So Rhea said, did I see the new Grand Theft Auto trailer? I'm going to set this up by saying I respect the franchise. I've never really been into the franchise, but I have some strong opinions on the franchise, and including Nintendo Switch 2, because of the conversation that's been happening a lot, which I honestly, this goes with movies and all entertainment. I don't care what you charge as long as the cost is justified with the quality and what's there. I am on the record. I think the amount of effort and people working on Grand Theft Auto 6, I will say this, the other reason this is groundbreaking is this might be the biggest game that the most people have worked on ever. And the reason is, and ever that will be, is because after this point, it's more likely that AI is going to be a big part of development. So this is probably the biggest man-made video game ever and ever will be, in my opinion. And I would say that charge $100 for this. Charge $100 for this, because this is an expansive game, huge game. The amount of effort gone into every little detail. And that's why I'm okay with Nintendo Switch 2 games being $80. The first party stuff. Now, my problem is Nintendo charging $10 for a tech demo for a Switch tour that looks like I wouldn't even want to play that if it's free, and they're charging $10 for.
It's like, okay, Nintendo, don't get carried away, but at the same time, they know people are going to buy it.
Really want Switch 2 to be AAA current gen, not a previous gen quality games. They are doing custom animations for these characters. These aren't just Mario on a Unreal Engine skin custom. There's a lot of work putting into it. You cannot tell me that these worlds don't look expansive when you look at Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Bonanza. They look like they're fresh games built from the ground up. They don't look like just an iteration, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like all on board. Now the problem is the industry tries to charge $80 for everything, and that's the issue, you know.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, we pay like, $20-25 for Netflix every month, and if you add that up to, that's what, close to $300 a year, versus, like, let's say you buy like 2-3 video games a year, and you get a lot of substance from the Netflix subscription for sure, but for these, like, expansive, experiences like Cyberpunk coming to Switch, and then the maybe even GTA 5 might be coming. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think, like, some like last gen that are kind of like transcending or overlapping a little bit with modern or current gen being accessible on Switch is a big deal, because people are still playing a lot of the games that are being ported.
And now it's possible Grand Theft Auto 6 can have a Switch 2 version now.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they'll bother even doing 5, because 5 had, like, we were playing that at the end of the PS3, life cycle, but yeah,
for sure, a handheld version of 5 would be great. I'm sure it does good on ROG Ally and Steam Deck.
yeah.
But yeah, I just don't want every game to be $100.
I mean,
so I think some games, and I think this is some issues with the movie industry. Not every movie needs to be like $18 a ticket in some like cities that are really, really populated cities. The cost for movies are a little bit higher. So not every movie has to be that. I don't, I want variable pricing. Okay. But I'm not think we're going to watch the whole trailer, but this game looks amazing. And I'm not into this type of game, but it's got me intrigued, just the amount of work put into it.
Yeah, we can celebrate, the artistic value and just human, innovation. Yeah. So, like,
and there's
vision, innovation.
There's a thing that happens with these realistic looking video games that they start to lose personality and style. Well, this is very hyper realistic. It still has a style to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
with the character models and animation.
Like it's hyperbolic enough where it's
What
not
you doing
just,
up there?
yeah, like this
I'm just
character,
fixing
like
some leaks.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Well, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my check.
Wow, that
See
looks
you, Brian.
good.
Love you, Jason.
oh man. I want to see the female protagonist. I don't want to
Yeah.
see him. I want to see the female protagonist.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm like, look at this douche.
Okay,
God.
should I skip to her? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. 2 seconds.
Oh.
in.
There's so much personality.
Oh my
in this
god,
one.
I forgot how much I love this song.
Oh, did you see those girls checking about?
Oh yeah. Okay, this looks good. Like they're getting that lighting on point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what light are you looking at, Ray? Office?
No, the women,
Yes.
like
Oh,
because
okay.
like I was saying, like
I thought you meant
foreground
this-
and middle ground and background is so
okay.
hard to like make it just look gelled.
Yeah,
So
I
this
thought
looks
you
actually
were
good.
talking about the light glistening off his chest as he was lifting. Okay, the light off the ladies. Okay.
I don't know. I'm still like, he's a douche, so it kind of brings
Okay.
him down to like
Okay.
a 4.
There's so much personality. Like there's like homeless people there. That's personalities. There's
It is
I'm wrong,
triggering for me, like
She's supposed to be
how you said, like, things that in certain films kind of trigger you. When I see like real like things like that, like police brutality,
okay.
unhoused individuals, theft, and just a lot of it being just
Well, see,
accepted as a normal life. Like
Yeah.
for me, I know it's like not normal, but it's just so common and accepted at this point, and it's really upsetting for me to see it in a video game too.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that's kind of interesting that you mentioned about like triggering for Grand Theft Auto series. I know it's a video game. I'm not going to judge people that do things in the video game, but a big part of the series was be able to like attack people and really be violent to bystanders or police be violent to bystanders, and a lot of that. And that is really difficult for me to play in a video game. I know I'm not judging people that get, that have no problems with that. They know they are able to separate art and gameplay from reality. I just can't do that. Like, there's a,
I think it's because you get, like, for me anyway, like when I play Vice City, GTA Vice City, I am like, I'm getting attached to this character, and like I'm actually like, controlling their actions, making decisions, and having a good time connecting with them. But then I get this mission to like, oh yeah, by the way, go snipe these random guards and like go rob this person and kill him too. And I'm just like, wait, no, I was just having fun riding a moped. Now I have to be a serial killer.
Right. And I'm assuming not playing these games that there's a way to just be a good person too. And I don't know, maybe not, because this guy's the narrative and the story around this guy is, you said he's super douche. Maybe there's not a way to just be a nice guy.
Yeah, he's like robbing convenience stores for like $30. I'm just like, bro, like, oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
So that's fair. You can't connect with him then. You don't want to play as him.
I wouldn't want to play as him. I just want to see the female character. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Me too. All right, let's move on.
I know.
No.
I'm just like, please.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
Dude behind the gate looks good. Oh, is this her?
Yes.
Aww.
Hey.
Who's adorable.
Hey.
Heads above your head. Now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is it weird that I'm more forgiving that to
beginning.
be doing that as a female character than a guy?
Makes me question a lot of things about you, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just like, because
No,
I'm
I
just
don't.
like, oh yeah, like when I think of like women criminals, I'm a little more forgiving than a guy criminals, because I think that there is still kind of like some moral ambiguity where they can still discern like right from wrong, whereas guys are just like, F it, I already killed someone, like I'm numb.
Saying
to this
ladies
point.
have a better moral compass than these super douches.
I know, right? Like, what an astute observation.
All right. Yeah, I think she seems, she waited for him. He's bringing her into this lifestyle, it looks like, as far as I can tell. All right.
She's like, I already been to jail, so it's fine. I can't get a real job anyway.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Oh, you're right. There's the. He was doing.
Okay, this looks good. Yeah,
Anything
these
that
little
matters,
moments.
who you know and what you got.
Oh boy.
Gonna do this.
Oh,
You're
hey.
doing it right.
Like she can do it all. She can be a vigilante, a thief,
They got your name,
take
her
your
out
night in the
address, they got
town.
everything.
Us cops, we gotta.
I'm obsessed with this background music.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, their
Very cute.
soundtrack could be really good.
You know what I always love in every GTA game is the club sequences where you can just go in and start dancing, and then the
I've
NPCs are
never
just
played
like,
it.
you know,
No.
dancing like this. So I hope that they do like a little homage to that, because
Well, if you
all the
did
NPCs are just like, you know, raise
you
the
ever play
roof
the-
or
you-
doing this
you
in the
ever play
background.
the Yakuza series? Because they have
No.
like clubs in Japan and stuff, and it's a little bit more comical. Might
Oh,
be
I
easier
haven't
for
seen
me to
it.
get into. And then also Sega tends, because Sega makes it, they tend to put like rare arcade games only playable through that game in the arcades in the game.
Yeah, they did that with Shenmue. Did I
Yeah,
pronounce
yeah.
that right? Yeah.
So that Daytona USA had a sequel. I didn't even know it had a sequel. The
Oh.
first time it's playable emulated anywhere is in one of the most recent Yakuza games. And I'm like, I want to get that game just so I could play Daytona USA 2.
No, that's hella cool.
But look at this explosion. That explosion's $100 game explosion. I don't care if Rockstar charges it. Now,
No,
to be
yeah.
fair though, I'm still unsold if I would want to. I don't think of buying this game.
Fair.
But if there was a TV series or a movie, I would totally be in.
Oh,
With
yeah,
this,
absolutely.
With this style of character and
I want them to adapt all the GTAs.
Mhm. But that explosion looks amazing.
Yeah, it does look great. I think they're in Miami again. I could be wrong. It does look. It is giving Miami though.
Oh, wow.
got more guns than a law allows.
Hey,
Wow. That's as close as I can get to a new wave race. I really want a new wave race. Come on.
They have it on the
Nintendo.
Nintendo online service.
I want a new one though.
Okay.
Well, maybe you could do that in here.
It looks fun. Yeah. I love jet skiing. Aw. They made it look like a movie.
Mhm.
It's compelling. I wonder if this is an original song. It sounds really good.
Yeah, May 26, 2026.
Mark your calendars.
Do you think it's going to make that date?
Oh, good question. They should have just kept it as coming 2026. Do you think that they'll even like bother to make any physical media for this? Or physical editions?
Games? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no way it's all going to be on the disc or the card. It's just
Oh,
too big
sure.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for folks like us, who
key or
wanna-
disc
yeah.
key or disc cards, which still have value because you can let people borrow it. And as much as people like to complain about the cost of the game, it's a $100 game and you play your games, then you move on. Some people do that. I have a problem finishing games. I buy a bunch of games and don't
too.
finish it. But there's some people that play them and sell them. Then you could get $50 back,
Mhm.
So there's a lot of, I know that's controversial too, key cards and key discs. But I think that's a lot better than digital. And I love physical. Physical is my main thing, but I'm not opposed to digital either. I've got really great games digitally, so super cheap on Xbox and PlayStation. But that trailer, that's like a 10 out of 10. I want to see the story. I don't necessarily want to play the game, but I'm happy for people, and I'm happy for Rockstar, who is the closest equivalent to a Nintendo, even though it's a completely different type of game, is they don't release things unless they know it's a banger. They don't, they're not, they very easily, if this was Activision back in the day or something, they would release Grand Theft Auto every year and have 2 studios making Grand Theft Auto games. But we're finally getting to Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's been how many years? And I respect that. And that's why it's gonna keep its value. People are gonna be paying this for 20 years is because they waited, 10 out of 10 for me.
I definitely think when you were mentioning like, oh, this is going to be the biggest game that that required
humans.
human
Right.
input.
I just
Yeah.
thought of that right when we film. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the biggest film ever made ever, because now it's going to be a hybrid of AI and people working on the games.
I didn't even think of that until like you mentioned it. I'm just like, I wonder what the what Elder Scrolls will be like,
Mhm.
because that I've kind of put that on a similar level to GTA. They're pretty, although they're completely different. Yeah, as far as like, you know, the level of value that you can get from it and the lifespan. Yeah, like, you know, they're both up there.
Cool. So thanks for watching. We will see you next time at another trailer. And I did not expect to watch the full trailer as long as, and I couldn't stop watching because that was the
I
first
know.
time I watched it.
It was great.
Bye, everyone.